All right, welcome back to the Georgia Farm Monitor and to another edition of Meals from the Field. If you haven't noticed, this month we are celebrating Apple Month. Joining me as always, my dear friend and partner in crime, Marcia Crowley. Good to see you again, Marcia. And when did we say exactly apple season started? Usually beginning of August is when it starts?
This should be the peak.
Right.
And goes through may go through December, depending on the variety.
Right, okay, and of course, so today we are talking about apples, and we have got some great recipes, which doesn't surprise me because Marcia somehow always comes up with great recipes every month. We talk on the phone, we kind of stress out, what are we going to do?
What are we going to do?
What are we going to do? And you always come up with these great recipes,
well,
so what do we have today?
All right, the first thing we're going to do is an apple bread pudding. I don't know why bread pudding just sounds really good to me.
It's a southern thing, I think.
Yeah, and this is 4 cups of soft breadcrumbs that have been cubed. We're going to add to it 1/4 cup of raisins, which if you don't like raisins, you could leave them out. And a lot of people don't like raisins. 1/2 cup of chopped Georgia pecans. You can always add more if you want. And about 4 Georgia apples, a good cooking apple like a Granny Smith or something like that. Basically anything but a Red Delicious. That
I was going to
doesn't
ask
cook
you,
well.
could you use a Red Delicious apple?
Basically they don't cook that well.
They don't cook that well.
They get kind of mealy. All right, we're just going to combine this.
And
really
you can
good.
leave the skin on, or do you take the skin off?
That's a matter of preference.
Okay.
I kind of left it on so you knew there were apples in there instead of like potatoes or.
Right.
If that's a green potato, don't eat it.
That's something I would do, would accidentally put potatoes in there.
Yeah.
So.
Nah, I don't think you'd do that, right?
Not with
All
your
right.
supervision.
We're going to add to that, we've cooked melted brown sugar and butter and milk and a little bit of vanilla. You're going to stir all that up together. Get all these dishes out of the way. That's the only thing about cooking is the cleanup.
Right.
And the dishes. And of course we have to try to make it great. All right, we've mixed all that up. We're going to pour that into a casserole dish. Let's see if I can do this without breaking everything. This is really good. It would be good for breakfast.
Notice whenever you pour into glass, you don't ask me to do that.
Well, I was afraid I'd have to stand on my head to get you over here to do it. All right, let's move that. All right, once you've got that in your casserole dish, you're going to combine 2 eggs, which we've got here, 3/4 cup of milk, a teaspoon of vanilla, and a teaspoon of cinnamon. Going to mix that all up. And that's going to be poured over the bread pudding. Then you're going to bake this for about 40 minutes.
That's kind of the same concoction that you make for French toast, too.
Well, it is. I mean, it could be a French toast casserole. Very good. I'm glad you thought of that, Ray. And you're just going to bake this for, like I said, 40 minutes. I've made it a couple of times, and 40 minutes seems to be the magic number. And then you serve it with a sauce of brown sugar, milk, and more vanilla. But you serve that on the side.
Very nice. And there you see the finished product.
Like I said, that would be good for breakfast. French toast is a great.
Absolutely.
Let's rename it.
Ray's French Toast Special.
Ray's French Toast. All right, the next thing.
What's next?
These are pork chops.
Action? Pork, the other white meat, is that what they say?
That's what they say. These pork chops are just seasoned with chili powder, salt, and pepper, but you can adjust it any way you want to. Okay. And they've just been browned in a frying pan. Let me turn this on. You take them out of the frying pan. Might help if I push that. You take them out of the frying pan and put them in a casserole dish. You're going to bake them for about 10 minutes until they're done.
Okay.
You just browned them. All right, while those are cooking, this is 2 tablespoons of butter. You're going to add to it 2 cups of sliced apples. And what you want to do with that, and we probably don't have the time to do that, is you just want to saute these until they get tender, about 10 minutes.
Little brown.
Little brown, caramelized. You're going to add to that more cinnamon. Apples and cinnamon just really go together.
You can't go wrong with it.
And once those start to get soft, like I said, like about 10 minutes, you're going to add to that 2 tablespoons of maple syrup.
Mm-hmm.
Just pretend that that's done. And you would serve that over the pork chops once they're done.
Right.
And I think we have the finished over
We've
there.
taken a look at the finished product there, and look at that. Is that like a little apple
I think that's
swan?
a little swan.
We
Holly
gotta
did
give
that.
Holly credit.
Holly's
yes.
so good at that.
She is very, very good at stuff like that and very creative. And as you see, folks, just some of the many uses of the incredible apple. And again, Marcia always come up with these great recipes. And you can find these recipes by logging on to gfb.org/recipes. As always, Marcia sends that stuff into us every month. We put it up there on the web, and people just enjoy it.
Hope they use them.
Yeah, and we do. We get a lot of comments from people. So, Marcia, as always, thank you so
Ray.
much. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next month.